Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Half Past by Victoria Helen Stone, performed by Emily Sutton-Smith. This book is for my mother, who's always been there. I love you, Mom. Iowa. Chapter 1. "You're not my daughter." Hannah Smith had heard the same thing at least a dozen times in the past month, often enough that she'd grown impatient with the conversation, but not so often that it didn't still shock. She drew a deep breath and held it for a moment. "Mom, I want Rachel." Hannah forced all the hurt and impatience from her throat before she spoke again. She swallowed the emotions to store them with the rest of the feelings she'd been stuffing down for months. "Mom, I already told you. Rachel moved to Blue Lake. I'm taking care of you now. I'm Hannah. Remember?" "I want Rachel." "I know. She'll be here on Saturday." Her mother's blue eyes swam with confusion. Hannah patted her arm. "That's 3 days away." Her mom recoiled. The hand that had changed Hannah's diapers, combed her hair, fed her, hugged her, tended her wounds, it curled in on itself in horror that Hannah had touched her. "Where's Becky?" she asked in a querulous voice that none of them had ever heard before the dementia. It was a child's voice, a helpless demanding whine from a woman who'd never whined about anything. "Nose to the grindstone" had been her favorite saying. No time for complaining if a body keeps busy. But Dorothy's body wasn't busy anymore. Hannah bit back a sigh. She had no right to her weariness. Her sisters had been dealing with this for years while Hannah had lived in a Chicago high-rise 6 hours away. She'd been back home for less than a month. She hadn't put in enough time to be impatient yet. She'd only just started paying her dues. Surely this would get easier. She smiled. "Becky's at home with her family. She's coming on Saturday, too." Hoping she could wrap it all up into something her mom could understand, she added a cheerful footnote. "All 3 of your daughters to yourself for a whole afternoon. Rachel, Becky, and Hannah. Won't that be nice?" Judging by the scowl her mom aimed in her direction, it wouldn't be nice at all. Or maybe she was still sharp.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?